Okay, well, hello there, folks. Welcome back to my channel. Hope each and every one of you are still truly well and blessed by our Lord and Savior. Something a bit different today. You check there, 8:45. This is Monday night. So tomorrow night, you guys are gonna see this video. That's how dedicated I am to bringing you the good stuff. So yeah, what are we doing in this video? Well, if you check there, there's the blue Busa and the white Busa. We were to the dyno. So yeah, in this video, we finished the blue bike. We do a first start. It's a jam-packed video and we go to the dyno. So as this video starts, it's the same way it's gonna end. But yeah, at least you saw the beginning now. All right, so let's get to the movie. Okay, folks, you know how it goes. Before we start the video, quick shout out to all the sponsors / members of the channel. And then all these guys on the side, they got memberships. They won memberships in the live chat. So this Easy818 was in last week's live chat. He won a membership. And all these other people, they pay for their memberships. So yeah, thank each and every one of you. It helps a lot, helps the channel grow. It helps me make better movies for you guys and girls and folks out there. So yeah, thank you all a hell of a lot. And yeah, if you're watching this now, join us in the live chat. Who knows, maybe you'll win a membership for a month. Yeah, so yeah, let's get to the movie, eh? Okay, folks, like I mentioned in the intro, we need to get done with this blue bike so we can start testing her, essentially. We are now exactly just over a month away from the top ends. So we really need to get our arses in gear. All right, so I take it about 3 steps left, plus minus a step or 2 maybe, before we can go make a decent top end run with this bike. Well, first we need to service it. Then we need to take it to the dyno, make sure everything is still the same as it was previously. And yeah, then just go for a ride. Probably fit the rest of the fairing and stuff. That should also be a step, but that's quick and easy. So yeah, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm quickly gonna take the top fairing off again. We're gonna start filling everything, filling the radiator with the Evans, filling the water bottle with water meth, putting oil in, changing the oil filter, putting oil in, and then we can do a first start. And then with a bit of luck, we're off to the dyno, see if she still makes 100 horses or something. I don't know, can't remember. It wasn't a lot. But yeah, so I'm not going to show you how I service her. I'm just going to service her. So the next thing you'll see, the top fairing will be off. And I'll go through what we have done and haven't done. And maybe we can do the first start then. Okay, let me get going. Okay, so while I'm busy in the process of servicing the bike, took the last bit of oil out, I found a problem, a huge one. So this one, that one, and that one is my water meth injectors. And I don't know if you even can see that, but it's got a 0.5 millimeter hole in it. This one and that one, and both are clogged. So they've got a little filter on this side. I don't know how they get clogged, but something clogged them. So yeah, we're gonna have to, I don't have that size drill to drill them out or make them clean. But yeah, otherwise we're gonna have to put 2 new jets on. So out of the 3 water meth injectors I'm running, only one was working, or one was injecting water meth in. The other 2 were blocked, and the one is down by the turbo, so that's essentially one of the important ones. That's this one, and then the other one was on that side. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you before I continue with everything else. So if you ever wondered how much oil it takes to fill up this turbo booster, check down there, it's barely at level, but the oil filter still needs to take some oil. So yeah, that is 7,500, so 3.5 liters, and it's just showing now. And apparently, according to that, it's only supposed to take 3.1. Well, this bike takes about 4 liters. If I put 4 in, it'll be just a bit too high. But yeah, just a quick 3.5 will get you on the mark. 4 will get you full with the filter also full. Yeah, just a quick check-in before we start or before we continue. All right, folks, so because there are 3 of these water meth injectors and only one is not clogged, I decided to take them out, strip them down, and this is what they look like. Let me just make it nice and clear. So they've got a little filter, stainless steel filter, that screws in the back with this, I'm not sure what you will call this, divider or what have you. So the filters are pretty dirty, even the one that is open. And then I don't know if you can see on the inside there, but it's like the water meth made like I don't know, plant life or something. So yeah, I'm quickly gonna hit them in the ultrasonic, make sure they are nice and clean, and reassemble them, or make sure they all are open and ready to work, and put everything back together, and then we can add ethanol and at least see a first start. Check if the rev counter works, or if everything works, and see how she looks or sounds when she starts. So I'll quickly clean those, put it all back together, and we'll get on with starting off this bike. All right, so give me a minute or two, let me sort this out, and we can continue. Folks, injectors, water meth injectors are back in. They are clean, they are nice and clean. You see the fuel tank is open. You check there, oil check, water meth check, Evans check. Everything is in that should be in. Next thing, fuel. 95 ethanol. No, this is not 95. It's 85. It was 95. I mixed it. It's now 85. If you check, this is the 25 liter line. So I guess there's about 18 liters or something in here. Who knows? But let's see how much fuel this new tank of mine takes. So put the pipe in, put the other pipe in. Let's add some fuel. See if she starts. Okay, there we go. Ethanol is being added. I will show you once it's done how much it took. You see there on the can. So yeah, I'm not going to fill her up to the top, just to where everything is submerged and happiness, and we'll prime the whole system and see if she starts. First start. Here it comes. All right, in a minute or two, let me fill her up. I'll show you now. All right, about half of what it was, so let's say 8-9 liters. If you check there in the tank, it's right about over here somewhere. It's not filled to the top. I don't want it filled to the top. So yeah, let's prime the whole system. Give it a couple of shots. Don't see any fuel leaks. Nothing underneath the bike. We can put the cap back on. We can go for a first start. Okay, cap is on, everything is on. Let's see what she does. I'm gonna grab you like this. Okay. Okay, first start. Let's see. Oh, myself. What's this not starting? What am I missing? Okay, I'm missing something. Let me quickly check. All right, apparently I made a problem, or I installed the problem. My on-off switch, which I wired into the correct harness now with just 2 wires, well, apparently it needs another one, so I'm gonna have to figure that out quickly. But yeah, all the ignition is on. Let's try a first start now. No. What am I missing? I'm missing something. She's not in gear. Okay, let me check. Yeah, folks, so how lucky am I? I put the original ignition back in, and you saw she still doesn't want to swing. I shorted out the starter relay and it swings, so it's not a dead battery or anything like that. I must have buggered something up. So yeah, lucky for me. Now I get to remove the entire tailpiece to trace the 12 volts that comes from the starter button back to the starter relay and find out where I messed up. So yeah, lucky for me I get to do that, and lucky for you, you don't have to sit and watch it. You will just see when it's sorted. So yeah, just hold on. Quickly gonna take the tailpiece off, figure out where I buggered it up, and hopefully I can sort it out. Then we can have a first start. So yeah, hold thumbs. Okay folks, tailpiece is off. We took the manual, there it is, checked all the wiring. So we saw in the manual that once you hit the start button, the yellow and green should get 12 volt. So I checked the 12 volt there. The 12 volt was there when you hit the start button. Came back all the way to the starter relay. The 12 volt is there. So what's the problem? Checked the 12 volt from the battery comes in and goes through as it's supposed to. So the only wire left is the yellow and black one, or black and yellow one. All right, so if you check the manual, the yellow and black one goes back to the clutch switch when you need to pull the clutch to start the bike. All right, mine doesn't have a clutch switch. Mine is bridged out. But yeah, I thought, okay, let's give it a quick look. And if you check over there, it is not connected. Normally I run a fuse in it. I don't know what happened in here, but I am pretty sure if I put the fuse back in there, the bike should start. So let me plug that back in, put the fuse in there, and then we'll see if the bike starts. So yeah, something as small as that hopefully is the problem. We'll see just now. Okay, let me do that. All right, so you see, fuse installed, plugged back in. I took the old ignition out again. Let's just put that out of the way. So I put my little button back in. So let's see if she swings. And we can get a pump is primed, everything is on, choke is pulled. Aha, and just like that, she swings again. All right, let's see if she starts. Remember now, it's ethanol, it takes a while. Oh no. definitely not accurate at the moment. It should be like 1,000 at the moment, and it's showing almost 0. I know you can adjust it at the back, and it is switched to a 4-cylinder, but we'll adjust it in the ECU master. Let's see if my button works. Button works like a charm. Alright, that's the first start. I'll check the oil, check the Evans if it took anything, go for everything. The only thing I can quickly show you now while the tailpiece is off, look at this lovely pipe. This is my second breather system. I say second because if you check down there, there's the first one. If the bike breathes, it breathes into this one. If something happens where it overflows or breaks, pushes up into this pipe, back into this one. So yeah, no chance of any oil ending up on the tires or anything like in the past. But yeah, that's the first start. Gonna do a couple of things, gonna load her. I'm pretty sure the next time you'll see her, we will be at the dyno, busy dynoing. Alright, so just showed you how something small can make a big headache if you've done anything on it. Alright, enough of me yapping. Let me finish her up so I can get her loaded so we can get to the dyno. Alright folks, she's locked and loaded and ready for a 3-hour drive to the dyno. So let's go. Alright folks, so the time has come. The blue bike at the dyno. Zoom in so you can see her. So yeah, we'll just be starting now with her. Do a couple of power runs, make sure rev counter, everything works beautifully. We just got done with the white one. So yeah, it's time for the blue bike. So if you give me a moment, a couple of minutes, I'll be showing you runs just now. Folks, we are struggling. We keep on spinning. Hopefully we got there now. gear because the speed is massive, and if you use the gear too low, she spins. So yeah, let's hope we get her happier now. Alright, so we are using boost by speed, but we're adding the gears for a second reference at the moment. Okay, we deflated the tire even more. It's now just over the bar. Alright folks, so you saw everything, all the dyno runs, and well, not everything, but you saw most of it. So yeah, we set everything, the boost by gear, boost by speed, wheel speed. Yeah, we set everything on the bike, except for the clutch slipping at the moment, but that's in the next video. We will be taking that clutch out. I'll tell you how old it is, and you will see exactly what's going on inside there. The whole lockup system and how it works and how many millions we spent on that clutch. And then obviously the ref counter. Yeah, it was questionable from the start, but yeah, it's not gonna make it. It's not accurate. It goes everywhere. So yeah, next video will be on the clutch and putting a new Speedo ref counter system on the bike. So yeah, if you watch all this time, like a long video for you guys and girls and folks out there. So yeah, like, comment, share, do all that like stuff. If you were in the live chat, hell, thank you. It means a lot, and yeah, just watching the videos means a lot to me. So yeah, appreciate each and every one of you. May the Lord bless each and every one of you. And yeah, you saw me now on a Monday night making the end of the video for you guys and girls to watch. So yeah, see you next Tuesday, eh? God bless you all.